Unlike most other professions, ministers for tax purposes have a dual tax status. This means, for income tax purposes, the IRS classifies most ministers working for a church as employees, and they should receive a W-2 from their employer annually. For Social Security purposes, ministers are always considered self-employed, related to their ministerial services, and must pay self-employment taxes. Churches should issue a W-2 to ministerial employees. Churches that issue a Form 1099 instead of a W-2 to their ministers for tax purposes put these ministers at risk of an audit and reclassification by the IRS as employees of the church, potentially subjecting them to additional taxes and penalties. When churches correctly issue a W-2 to their ministers, various fringe benefits such as retirement contributions and paid health insurance premiums are non-taxable. Churches should not withhold federal income taxes from ministers' wages, except for ministers who have elected voluntary withholding by submitting a W-4 to their church. Also, churches should not withhold Social Security and Medicare taxes for ministers, like it should for other employees. Ministers are responsible for paying self-employment taxes in their earnings, and ministers must remit payments quarterly to the IRS unless the minister has elected voluntary withholding to cover this by submitting a W-4 to their church. Keeping these rules in mind, how can churches help ministers with their taxes? Since paying self-employment tax is a considerable additional expense for ministerial employees, churches may provide additional pay to help cover a portion of these taxes. But any such Social Security offset is taxable income to the minister and must be reported on his W-2 as income. As mentioned earlier, when churches correctly issue a W-2, retirement contributions and paid health insurance premiums can be non-taxable. A church may also establish an accountable reimbursement plan so that reimbursements for church-related business expenses, such as mileage, travel, conferences, and continuing education, are non-taxable and non-reportable on the minister's W-2. Are there any exceptions? A few ministers are self-employed for federal income tax reporting, such as traveling evangelists, who have not incorporated their ministry. They file their income taxes as self-employed and often receive Form 1099 NEC from different churches where they perform services. Navigating ministerial tax issues can be complicated, but as part of Guidestone's mission to enhance the financial security and resilience for those who serve the Lord, we've developed resources to make it easier for you. For more information about common tax-related questions and considerations for ministers, please visit guidestone.org or call us Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. We look forward to serving you as you serve the Lord.